We're at North High School on Parents' Night on a crisp fall evening where the Raiders host the Manitowoc Ships. Hello, everybody. Alongside the coach, Chris Wright, I'm Mike Martin. Chris, we have another situation we're not real happy about. 2 0-6 teams coming in. Very different styles between the two. North runs it, hardly ever passes. Manitowoc loves to pass the ball. What do you see happening tonight?
Exactly what you said, Marty.
Sorry for stealing your thunder.
Who's going to dominate which side of the ball on offense? Is it going to be the running game with Preston Schetzer and Turner Krause trying to run it? And we saw a couple weeks ago where North didn't throw the ball at all until the end? Or is it going to be Manitowoc who's going to basically have no rushing attack whatsoever, throw the ball around, and can North cover it with their skilled players? So you got it right on the head. That's why we have 2 counter things on offense. It should be kind of fun which one heads out, and hopefully maybe Manitowoc throwing the ball. They always say 2 things are bad when you throw the ball. 1 is incompletions, 2, maybe you got a turnover.
Now, I was thinking back a number of years ago when Don Culliff was a coach, and North used to just pound the ball and pound the ball. They'd actually lead the conference in rushing, but they didn't win many football games. But when they did pass, they threw a lot of long completions. This North team has got 7 completions in 6 games and 35 attempts. That's horrendous.
Yeah, it is. And to me, you got to throw the ball down the field to get the guys out of the box. Manitowoc's going to stock that box with 8 or 9 guys. They're going to probably only have 1 safety deep. Unless you have any idea that you're going to possibly throw the ball at all, you're just going to stock that box. And for North, what you got to do is give them a little bit of time. And Turner's got to have a little bit of time to throw the ball. Maybe you'll see that. Now, I saw that Ben Vorpal's out of the game. He's a tight end, so there's 1 weapon out of the mix already. But watching the game a couple weeks ago, it just was very difficult for North. At first, they started to run the ball, but South just decided we'll figure out what's going on there.
Now, when we talk about defense, let's talk about defense. As a North defense, are you going to rush? Blitz a lot to try and negate the passing game of Manitowoc, or do you play it straight?
I would probably play it a little bit straight and just have your skill guys covered, because obviously the talent level is not what it was, but obviously a little bit of pressure on Huffman would help a little bit. But you're talking about a guy that I saw was 6th in the league or something like that in conference throwing, or 4th in the league, so pretty good job of throwing the football. Like I said, hopefully if they do make completions, you make the tackles, get solid tackles, and come up with a victory at home tonight.
Yeah, Josh Huffman is 79 for 129. That turns out to be 61%. However, the yardage, under 10 yards of completion, so they're throwing a lot of short passes and depending on the receiver to run the ball. So you can almost play that like a run.
Yeah, I saw that too. They swing the ball out to the running back too. We're gonna see, I think the kid's named Groshitz tonight. The kid's like the kicker, the punter, he catches balls out of the backfield. He's your leading rusher. He catches a lot of things. But you're right. I think that's a real good point, is you don't have to sell with the blitz, because
they're going to swing it.
By the way,
I've got Groshitz for 112 receptions. I think it's supposed to be 12.
Yeah, he does have 12, but he's also their leading rusher too, Marty. And I think you're right. That's why I probably wouldn't pressure the blitz, is because they're going to probably do more swing passes and things. And I agree with you.
That's why you're the color guy.
But I noticed too, you're under 700 yards of passing, which isn't a lot considering 6 games.
Yeah, exactly. And what about Manitowoc's defense? What do you think they're going to do against North?
As I said, they're going to fill that box and force North to push them around. And for North, it's been a struggle this year to do that. But maybe they can establish that. Their line is young, but getting better as the weeks progress. They had a pretty nice game last week. Put up 21 points all in the second half. But 21 points is 21 points. And
hey, the other thing is they had 300 yards of offense last week. That's nothing to poo-poo about. That's good offense against a good team.
Yeah, and like you said, they struggled early in the year, getting better at the end. And I was kind of thinking too, it's a poo-poo game, but as I was driving over it, and I said, maybe it's a good thing that this game's late in the year to give you something to play for.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to step out. When we come back, we may have the national anthem, the starting lineups, definitely the kickoff for tonight's game.
Don't worry. I got this. It's a new motto.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
We're at North High School's urban field where the Manitowoc Ships are coming out to take the opening kickoff from the Sheboygan North Golden Raiders. Disregard those graphics on your screen. It's Manitowoc against Sheboygan North in tonight's ball game. There you go. That wasn't so hard, was it, Chris? Getting ready to kick off for the Raiders is Carter Bell. Carter can boot the ball pretty well.
Carter, the last of the Bells. Older sister plays volleyball. Volleyball team off to an undefeated season in conference play for volleyball. But
hey, they got a good classes of female athletes.
yeah,
at
we'll
North.
talk about them later too.
Bell's boot not very deep, taken on about the 27-yard line, and returned out to near the 40-yard line where they'll take over 1st and 10.
I think it was Wilhelm on the return, Marty.
There's a baseball name.
Well, you mentioned Josh Hoffman comes into the league. 4th in the league in passing yards at 637 yards.
And up the middle, and Manitowoc changing up, doing the running game instead of doing the pass.
Well, that's
on the carry was Malcolm Young.
Yeah, he's their leading rusher, Marty, 7th in the league. 388 yards, 3.9 yards per carry. That was his 100th carry of the season.
Well, off misdirection by the Ships, and it pays off. They get it all the way down to the North High 45-yard line. And I believe that carry was by Alex Braun.
No, it was Grotius on the carry, Murray. We talked about him before, Shea.
Yeah, we did. I'll get a number on that kid, do you?
47.
That's why we didn't see that. All the way down to the 45. 12-yard gain. Inside handoff. Running back bounces off the middle of the pile where he wasn't going to get anything, and then scoots to the outside for about 4. That was Malcolm Young again.
Well, we said coming in they're going to throw the ball, and so far they've...
And you're the color guy? Come on, Chris.
Run it the whole time, and they are facing North, who is 10th out of 10th in defense. And
that's been part of the problem the last several years with Sheboygan football. South is showing signs of being able to play pretty good defense, but North has really struggled on this side of the ball. Huffman takes the snap, hands it off again. This time Grotius gets it inside the 40. Not much doing there. Pretty good defense played by the Raiders. It's going to be 3rd down and 4. All righty, here we go. Big 3rd down play for the Raiders. Wide to the right, Alex Braun. Inside of him, we've got Dave Heinzen. And we get a flag. I believe that's going to be on Manitowoc. It will. It's going to be 3rd down and about 9 yards now.
Well, bad teams make mistakes like this, Marty, and that's what we just saw there.
Yeah, you got that right, Chris.
We see it from North. We see it from South. We saw it from KLC, and Manitowoc, another team that hasn't won yet this year.
That's a shocker. I thought they were going to be pretty good. Like you said, they're struggling. Grotius in motion. He gets a handoff inside reverse. And taking the handoff for the gain was number 38. We don't have a name on that kid. Maybe we can talk to the Manitowoc radio crew, get a name for us. It is going to be 4th down.
That's Ian Gussie, Marty.
Ian Gussie.
Yeah, that was a nice little play, too. It's a nice play. You saw that they reversed it and then brought it back on a counter.
Going on about a 4th and 5. Huffman takes the snap. He's going to throw for the first time, and he's got his man. Completion to Dave Heinzen. And that was easy, Chris. Little inside slant and a big gainer for the Ships.
He used Heinzen there, the 6'5", 240-pound junior. Leading receiver for the Ships with 18 catches now.
That was a 20-yard pickup.
Well, and again, you know that he's the _1 target. You'd think there'd be a little more thought process into doing that.
Huffman faking, and then he's flushed out of the pocket. He's looking yet, he throws, and he got his man, but they're saying incomplete.
Oh,
Receiver was out of bounds. That was close.
you know, I think he had his foot in there, Marty. I think he dragged, you know, in high school you only need one.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that one, that looked like he kept that one in there.
Good job by Huffman to keep the play alive.
Good feet.
Second down and 10. Huffman, handoff oh, we got a flag out on the edge. That was Marcus Miglieri on the sweep. And talking to the radio crew before the game, they said the guy's very quick. Got to keep an eye on that boy.
Well, Tanner Wigan, the 260-pound tackle, at a block. That's a big kid. 6'7", 260 offensive lineman. And again, as Marty mentioned before, the Manitowoc radio crew thinks he just might get some looks from some D1 programs. But in that case, it was a 10-yard penalty that got the look from the officials.
Ball spotted on the 30-yard line. It's going to be second down and 20. Second penalty in the quarter on Manitowoc. Alex Braun is wide to the left. Man in motion, inside handoff to the running back. He's not going to get a whole lot, but he does get it down to the 25.
Everett
Young
Stern
on the carry again.
on the tackle, number 32. Mentioned Everett before, an excellent bowler.
Everett Streen?
Yep.
Talked to Everett a little bit before the game. Pretty sure I had him as a student when he was, I think, Lincoln Erdman. He remembered me when I came up to him and said hi, which was nice. Huffman back, looking for the screen. Middle screen, wide receiver is open. And Heinzen barrels down to the 10-yard line. The old middle screen, Chris. Oh, man.
Well, he's a big target, Marty. There's nobody on the field that can match that 6'5" height.
And the other thing about him is they sent a man out to the right, and that's where the focus went. It's first and goal from the 9-yard line. Malcolm Young in the backfield with Huffman. Miglieri takes a little flip. That's going to be considered a pass. And he cuts it back, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown.
Holding.
Oh, no.
Same guy.
Wow. North catches another break. See if they can capitalize on it.
Well, let me tell you, Marty, they're getting breaks with penalties here, but North is just...
Not playing defense
No,
either.
they're just going right through them like they're not there. It's twice.
Ball is spotted just a little bit outside the 20. We'll call it the 20. It's going to be first and goal from there. And Manitowoc has pretty much had their way on offense. The only thing holding them back, obviously, are the penalties. Yeah, Tanner Wiegand, 77, is a big boy. Young hit in the backfield and dropped for a 1-yard loss. It's going to be second and goal, pardon me, from the 21.
That's a little better job.
Yes, it is.
Got to keep your eye, though, on Heinzen. But, again, he's a big target.
A wide receiver off to the right this time, and then the whistle blows, stopping action, and an equipment problem with
We don't
North
know.
High's Braden Anderson coming off, and taking his spot is Ku Vu. I'll tell you that defensive back for North is on an island out there, and we get another whistle.
Well, you would think by this
Look
time.
at number Dooley Scheffner, number 7. I mean, he's all alone out there with that wide receiver. There's nobody between him and the bunch of linemen. Boy, oh boy, North better stop him now, Chris. And we get a timeout. Explain to me what's happening with North's defense when you get that wide receiver way out there and there's no
Well,
help
I
for
think
him.
they're worried about the run, and so they're packing in that run. And I think they're worried about Hines and Marty. So you pull your safeties in to take care of him. You can only cover so many guys with double teams, and you know that's going to leave your corners out on an island. And you got to hope that they take care of business.
Yeah, got a text from my wife saying she can hear us quite well, but the screen, at least at the Martin house, is a total blur. I think she's going to switch over to either to the Brewers or Rachel Maddow.
Yeah, I wish your Cubs would lose. Cardinals today
What?
didn't
Did you
know.
say something about losing?
Yeah, the Cardinals didn't no favor to themselves. What, 2 for
No, they're really picked a
12
bad
and
time to have a
running score.
losing streak.
2 for 12 with runners in scoring position.
Huffman, along with Young, Miglieri in motion, fake to him. And Huffman looking, goes deep to the end zone. The defensive back for North slipped, and Heinzen was just standing there waiting for the ball, and he caught it. Unbelievable.
Yep. That was,
Jeepers.
could have deflected that one away. But
Yeah, and they just have no answer for the Manitowoc passing game. So a 20-yard completion to Heinzen for a big first down, and now a 26-yard touchdown pass.
Wow.
Matt Mazur's kick is up and in.
Nope, no good.
No good. Okay.
I
A little
think
bit of a
that-
break for North then.
I have them not missing any this year.
5:26 left in the quarter. North down by 6.
Food. It nourishes, brings us together, and adds flavor to life. That's why it's important to wash hands, surfaces, and fresh produce. Keep raw meat, poultry, and seafood separate from ready-to-eat foods like fruits and vegetables. And cook to proper temperatures using a food thermometer. Enjoy! And refrigerate leftovers within 2 hours. For more tips on safely preparing foods, visit Home Food Safety.
Hey, Chris, Manitowoc had 30 yards, I think it was actually 31 yards in penalties that drive, and it didn't slow them down one bit.
No. Very disappointing. I mean, if Anderson doesn't slip there, I think he'll knock that one away or maybe even pick it off. This
Short
is just,
kick, and bounces out of bounds. North will have it in great field position.
that was a very nice job there.
And another penalty on the Ships.
Yep, by Paulson, reading it to make sure it would go out. Manitowoc just 12 seniors, very young, like North. Huffman, a junior. Heinzen, a junior. Weingood, their big tackle, a junior. So it may not be good for the Ships this year, but they might be prepping for next year.
You know, sometimes you think you got bad players and they're all juniors, but they've got some pretty good players that are
Yep.
juniors.
Well, let's see how the North offense responds. Eighth in the
Check
league in
out that
offense.
Manitowoc defense, Chris. See if they do stack up the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
Right now they've got 2, 4, 6 guys right on the line of scrimmage.
yeah, and 4 other guys there. They just have one.
Fake. A quick pass out to Anderson is incomplete.
I like the play call, but somebody was on the wrong page. Either Kraus or Anderson was not where they were supposed to be there. I like that. Basically, you got 10 guys in the box, Marty. It's going to be very difficult for North. Manitowoc comes in the league 9th on defense. North 8th in offense.
Yep, 6 guys on the line of scrimmage again. The linebacker's up pretty close. Handoff to the North running back. He's going to get stacked up. 3 ships in on the play. Getting up off the bottom of the pile for them was Brett Prangy, I believe it was, 28, or maybe it was 48, pardon me, Ben Lutke.
Yeah, Schetzer nowhere to run.
Loss of 2 by Schetzer. Big third down play for the Raiders already. 3rd and 12. Tight formation. Anderson in motion and comes set, and Manitowoc jumps offside.
Well, just a minute here. They might get, they're going to get motion, I think, on
yeah, illegal motion on
JT.
North. So, oh boy. It's 3rd down and 17. We got a wide out. Dooley Scheffner out to the left. Kraus under center, takes the snap, drops straight back. The left-hander going deep. He's got a man out there. He makes the catch. Anderson, he's on the loose. He's down to the 20. At the 15. He's in for a touchdown. 72 yards.
It was just a wheel route, Marty. They brought Dooley across the middle. They took Anderson from the backfield, wrapped him around, but oh no. I see a hanky on the field, Marty, way back at the 49. I don't understand why. How can there be a it could be on Manitowoc for pass interference. There was nobody from Sheboygan down there.
Exactly.
How could anyone blocked down there?
That was quite a play.
The only thing I can think of is holding against the defensive backs for Manitowoc, because there was no North guys anywhere near there. Yeah.
What are they going to come out of the pile with?
Nothing. It's going to be
There's
on
a
Manitowoc.
good replay. You see
Touchdown.
Anderson taking it in.
Unsportsmanlike, Manitowoc.
And that'll be assessed on the kickoff, I would assume. But North is on the board with a long touchdown pass. Kraus to Anderson. Bell is on to attempt the extra point. And I haven't noticed this before, Chris, but Bell is probably one of the smarter of the Bell kids. So it looks like he's left-footed.
I was going to say, Marty, they're all really smart kids.
Well, one is smarter than the other. Fake snap.
Oh, no.
And we're going to be tied at 6.
You got to be kidding me.
Ay, ay, ay. We haven't seen that very often. Most of the games we've covered.
You're up 6 to, all you have to do is kick an extra point.
Really. That's the problem. All you have to do. But we are tied up, and there's still 4:06 left in the first quarter.
Well, and they did it through the air, Marty. It was a well-run play, and Anderson
showed a good arm.
Yeah, he did. And he went from 101 yards to 163 yards.
I got
and we're not talking in one game.
I got him for 72 yards on that pass.
Oh, so 173 yards.
At the 28.
Yep, 72 yards. And you're right, they're going to place it on the 45.
Did you notice the strategy in college football now? Kick it high, but not into the end zone. And you know what teams are doing to counteract that? Calling for a fair catch. Then you automatically get it at the 25.
Yep. Yeah, in the pros too, the goal now is to kind of kick it to the one.
Yeah, right. Bell's kick is down the field, taken down inside the 5-yard line. Oh, got to the outside, and they still didn't get him out of bounds. Streen comes over to make the hit.
Zach Bauer.
Zach Bauer on the carry. It was a good return for Manitowoc. They're going to have it in good field position.
Sophomore. Well, the good news is North tied it up. Bad news is you got to go back and play defense. No rest for the weary.
I was going to say he must have stepped out of bounds a little before, because it looked like he was going to be close to the 40-yard line. They are going to get it at the 30, which isn't too bad. Grotius, handoff to Young, cuts it up. Grabbed onto by A.J. Vogel before being pulled down. It's going to be second down.
Nice play by A.J. there.
Second down and 7. We got Tanner Wiegand at left tackle this time. Handoff inside to Grotius. He gets to the outside, showing good speed, and he's down right at about the 45-yard line. 12-yard run for him.
Yeah, and they move Wiegand back and forth on both sides. He also plays nose tackle. You mentioned 6'7", 260 pounds. That's the big fella. How'd you like to face that, Marty? You're like 5'10".
Well, only if there was someone between them. Miglieri on a sweep to the right. And he cuts it up, and he's going to break through here. Oh, but he's going to catch him. He's in for the touchdown. 55-yard run. Wow. He's pretty quick, Chris.
Taking big advantage of the...
Hey, Robert, we need to see a replay of that. The radio guys are saying that was a little toss pass. I caught it too late. We need to have that replay sooner. Maybe when they're at the line of scrimmage so we can see.
I'll tell you.
They're saying it was a pass, so we'll call it a 55-yard pass.
Obviously, Manitowoc sees the outside of the North defense as a weakness, as they are getting everything outside of the tackles.
That extra point is good. So, guys, what are we calling that? A pass or a run?
A jet sweep is a forward pass.
Pass. Chris, I think they need to keep an eye on that Miglieri.
Well, they just got to contain the outside. You try to contain the outside, then you're going to have Heinzen up the middle. And this team that's 0-6 has a few weapons against North.
Are those girls coming up to say hi to you?
No, but...
Oh, there we are. Hey, good shot, Greg. Best one of the night. Keep those radio guys off the screen. Chris Wright, Mike Martin. All right. Well, I could flip it around. You're on that side, aren't you?
Today. Well, we're kind of always like this.
Ooh,
oh, boy.
Good piece of running. Oh, stripped away, and I think Manitowoc's got it. Quentin Shea on the return. Got the ball hanging out a little too far and lost it.
It was a good return, too, Marty.
Looked a little like Gail Sayers on that run, but all for naught. You know, there's something we didn't factor into our discussion in the pregame, Chris, about turnovers.
Yeah, and I was going to mention something about it could be a factor tonight, especially with the air attack of Manitowoc. For the second week in a row, it's a little cooler than it was a couple weeks ago when we were Worried about the heat and the mosquitoes.
Miglieri, fake to him, pitch back to Grotius, and he's knocked out of bounds. Shea Grotius on the carry. Picks up about 4. Not a real long gain, but enough. It's a misdirection that makes you worry. Grotius again cuts it up off right tackle and gets it inside the 30-yard line.
Screen again on the tackle.
It's going to be 3rd down and about 2.
And I think they're going to go for it if they don't make it. But they're going to make it.
He's dragging tacklers and gets it down inside the 25 to about the 22. 3 carries in a row for Shea Grotius.
Well, that offensive line of the Ships is just pushing.
Yeah, they're definitely having it their way. There's
Yeah.
no doubt about that.
Pushing the boys of Sheboygan around.
Huffman has it. He's looking down the field, steps up, throws. He's got his man for about an 8 or 9 yard completion. Oh, it is incomplete. Okay, we'll take it. Looked like he had him, Chris.
He did. Just dropped the ball.
2nd down and 10. Ball at the 23-yard line.
Got to mix in a pass every once in a while. I don't know why, but they do.
I've seen so many of them, I'm starting to see stuff.
Trying to get Holfeld's number 77 in there maybe.
Young is a deep back. He's going to be the lead blocker. Grotius running behind some good blocking up front. Gets it down near the 15.
Dolly Schuffner again. It's kind of like a couple years ago when Dylan Lindow for 3 years led the Raiders in tackles. Problem was he was the safety.
Yeah, I remember that. And you commenting about it too. Inside handoff.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Good cut on the run. Grotius again on the carry. Actually thought they gave it to Young, but apparently not.
Well, we're running down to 1:20 in the first quarter. North had the ball for 1:20 of the entire quarter.
Yeah. It's not very good. Ball's on the 11-yard line. Pick up a 5 that time. Quick out to Grotius, and he dropped the ball. Huffman put it in a good spot, but Grotius just not able to catch it.
Grotius is a senior. 5'10", 195 senior.
2nd down. Ball spotted on the 11-yard line. There's 1:15 remaining in the first quarter. Entertaining for sure. 3 long touchdown plays. 26-yard pass and a 55-yard pass by Manitowoc and a 72-yarder by North. 13-6, Manitowoc on top. Huffman crossing pattern and making a good cut in front of the receiver, and knocking it away was Dooley Scheffner.
There you go. That's the way. You go put some pressure on that Heinzen. Don't make it so easy for him. Good help.
3rd down and 10 from the 11-yard line. You know, all these pass plays, Chris, it's going to be like this tomorrow out at Lakeland.
Yep, looking forward to that. Looking forward to my cheeseburgers.
Fake, Huffman rolling to the left, has to come back. Looking down the field. He's got a man picked off. North has it. And getting knocked down at about the 25-yard line was Braden Anderson.
Well, we mentioned in the opening, two bad things about throwing the ball. One, they're incompletions, and two, interceptions. And that time was an interception there by Anderson.
So good break for North. Good defense the last couple of pass plays, too.
And not the best of pressure, Marty, but enough pressure.
Exactly.
To make Huffman kind of try to shove it in there. And again, much better on reading where Heinzen is located.
Kraus under center. Manitowoc still stuffing the line of scrimmage. But getting through for a nice gain was the North ball carrier.
I think it was Love Behringer.
Yeah, Love Behringer, number 28. Be second down. Give him about 7 yards, a strong 7 on that carry. That was only the second carry of the game by North.
Well, we mentioned they've only had the ball for
A
2
little bit.
minutes.
Yeah. 25 seconds and counting. First back through is stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there. Behringer again. Give him a no gain, and that's going to be the final play of the quarter. It's going to be 3rd down and 3 when we pick up action.
Oh, sweetheart. Gonna give you a hand?
No thanks, Dad. I got it.
Okay. I'm gonna go fix the lamp in your room.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you.
It's hard to believe we're end of September, Marty, and football season for high school is kind of winding down. Only a couple weeks left. Lakeland, on the other end, tomorrow, they have their conference opener.
Really?
Yep, and they are
How can that be?
picked to win their league.
Yeah, I saw some of their scores. They struggled a little bit
Yeah.
against some of that competition.
Yeah, they've played some good teams. They played the 17th ranked team in the country, and Platteville, who had a really good season a year ago.
Yeah, they were good, really good last year.
So
Manitowoc finished with 165 yards total. 101 of those were in the air. North finished with 79, 72 of those on that one pass play to Anderson. And we're sitting here starting second quarter action where it's 3rd down and 3 for the Raiders. Love Behringer is the running back. Manitowoc almost jumping. Fake handoff. Kraus keeps it. He's got an opening. He's got the first down, and he gets knocked down at about the 44.
that was a nice play. Read option, and Kraus kept it. Will Maples, number 13 for Manitowoc, had to make the stop. First down.
Yep, 12-yard pickup, too, by North. They trail it by 7. And a run up the middle.
Love Behringer.
Love Behringer. Close to the 50-yard line.
And much better drive this second time with the run game. Going with Behringer as opposed to Schutzer. Using his power a little bit more. He's more of the power guy. Schutzer's more of the speed guy.
2nd down and 4. Anderson is the deep back in this formation. He was the young man who caught the 72-yard pass.
Oh, boy.
And timeout North, so no penalty. Chris is happy about that. We have 10:48 left until halftime. stick around because right near the end of the halftime festivities, we'll have another Marty Needs a Minute. And this is a good one. It's one dear to my heart, Chris.
I thought your last one was really good. It was about Sam Decker. And
by the way, this is just a rumor now. I heard this, that you really enjoyed working with Tommy.
Yep.
Your son,
yep,
when I was gone.
Good. Yeah, he actually did a very nice job.
Why wouldn't he? He's a right.
Well, he played a few years back, and it's kind of, what we used to have for offenses is a little different than what they have today. Let's just put it that way. And so he had a nice insight and kind of could add some calls and stuff that, which was nice.
All right, here we go. 2nd down and about 4. Anderson, the deep back in this formation. Fake to him. It looked like we might have had a fumble right there.
I agree.
He put it in, Kraus put it in and then tried to pull it out, and Love Behringer wouldn't let go. And as it is, he's going to lose a yard. It's going to be 3rd down. Well, they're spotting it right on the 50, Chris, and no gainer on that. That's a good thing.
They're up in the box again here, Marty.
Yes, North jumps offside. We won't mention his name.
Second time he's done that. Manitowoc had jumped. You have to stay put. Manitowoc was also jumping on the outside. It's just a discipline thing. That's the same guy twice. Wiegand's been called for 2 holdings for Manitowoc. Not that we will mention his name.
Big guy like that shouldn't have to hold.
No.
Just getting away.
Yes.
Wide out to this side is Quentin Shea. He's got really great speed. Get him the ball in the open field. He'll make somebody miss. Shea over the middle. Get it to Anderson. He avoids one tackler and he gets ripped down. Does he have the 1st down? It looks like he does.
Another nice play. Again, Shea dragging across the middle. Anderson comes out in the flat, which has a sense, when Shea's going over, that means the safeties are kind of being dragged that way, which means that Anderson will have that open area. That's a good play call, well designed. And Anderson did what he needed to get the 1st down.
Anderson's another one of those guys. He's pretty shifty.
He too is just a junior.
Fake. Kraus keeps it. Can't get by the one tackler he needed to. Making a good stop for Manitowoc was Andrew Townsend.
He's got a club on his arm, Marty. He's got his hand all wrapped up, but he wrapped up Kraus pretty well.
Yeah, that was a short gain for North. Only 2 yards. Need those kind of plays, Chris, to keep a big play from happening. Love Behringer, lone setback. Gave it to him. He's through the line of scrimmage, into the open. Nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown, Sheboygan North. 43-yard run. Oh, baby. Big play after big play.
I apologize to you. Isaiah said you are not the speed guy, but look at this. Boom. Once he got through there.
They weren't going to catch him.
Yep. Another level of running there. New gear and a touchdown.
Let's see if Bell can put this through. Anderson is the holder. Good snap and set. Bell's kick is good. And we're tied with 8:50 left until halftime at 13. Boy, oh boy, Chris. Our first running touchdown of the night, too.
That's his first running touchdown of the season. I don't have any for him earlier. Might be wrong there. I should check my stats over here, not my stats over under here, over there.
We want to, by the way, speaking of the stats situation, we want to thank both head coaches in Sheboygan, Jason Harder and Joey O'Brien. Joey's been very receptive with my requests. I gave him a late one late yesterday, and he got it to me within like about 10 or 15 minutes, but then those guidance counselors don't do anything anyway. You get a laugh from me. Come on, Chris. Of course, we know that's not true.
That was his first touchdown of the season.
Bell getting set to kick off. Short kick. Bounces on about the 25, and then Manitowoc slides down and recovers it at about the 23. So not too bad.
Aaron Pedersen on that play there, Marty. He too, though, could have probably let that go a little bit, and it may have rolled out of bounds. You just got to make sure North doesn't get it.
Maybe better to be safe than sorry, Chris. Just saying.
Yep. Yep.
Huffman at quarterback. Young, they flip it to Milligary again. It's a little flip pass, and he's through, and they finally get him down. He's knocked down at the 35. That's a 12-yard pickup on a Huffman to Milligary pass.
You're going to have to get some help on the ends, Marty. Or linebackers. Somebody's got to be out there and stop that. That can't be there. You got to get out over the line and turn that back to the inside. We can't allow that to get outside like that. Here's another one.
Right through the middle goes Grocius, and he's got a big gainer out to the 44-yard line.
Well, Grocius did just the opposite. He read that the outside was contained, and he took it up the middle. Oh, boy. Cheating again. I didn't see who was on that time, no. Holding. Manitowoc.
Couldn't catch the number of the offender, but it is a penalty, and it's going to be 1st and 20.
Wow.
Actually, they're marking it back a little further, the holding.
Spot foul.
Yeah, spot foul. So they're taking it at the 22-yard line, I think.
Wow. 1st and 23. You know, they are just gashing the defense.
This did not hurt them on the first drive of the game. Let's see if North can get a little more stout and stop them. Fake handoff, pitch back. Milligary again slips by 2 tacklers, and he's finally knocked down.
Another penalty. This time they're going to get Caden Matheson with a block in the back, Marty.
Milligary's getting up limping, and now he goes back down. You got timeout. You got a hurt player for Manitowoc, and it's Marcus Miglieri.
Caden Matheson here, Marty, the end, just pushed the defender from in the back to clear him out, which provided that lane there.
Penalty is going to be spotted from the 29 approximately and marked back from there. Make it the 28. There's 5 and 10. Ball is inside the 20 at the 18. 2 plays in a row, Manitowoc with big penalties. It's going to be 27-yard line, 27 yards for a first down.
Well, he's up a little bit here, Marty, but he's been a weapon.
He has been.
Well, we have tomorrow we have Lakeland. Next week we have North, and then the next week we have Lakeland, and that's all she wrote. Oh boy.
Yeah, he's having a lot of trouble.
Marcus just a 5'7" junior, and he's had good speed tonight.
Very much a scat back. They use him to great success, at least tonight, on the little flip pass.
Yeah,
He's only got 13 carries for 43 yards, but you know, look at that other stat. I've got him for 16 receptions, but only 67 yards.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yep.
What's gotten in?
Well, it's the same with
you know what's gotten into him? Norris defense.
Yeah, I was saying Grotius too. 32 carries, 62 yards, 1.9 average. Tonight he's about 4 or 5 yards a carry.
Yeah, it's going to be 1st and 28. Huffman straight back.
Oh, there's another hold.
No call. Grotius, I think, is the receiver.
I'll tell you, Tanner Huygen just tackled.
Was young.
Tackled the end. Now, I know that kid's got talent and things like that, but I mean, that time he just took him and buried him. That's not blocking. You're not on defense. You know, you play nose guard and you can do that, or nose tackle, but they didn't catch him on that, and now makes it 2nd and 20.
Second down and 20. I think we mentioned that. Heinzen in the slot.
Nobody
he's a
here.
Big guy out there. And pretty good tackling that time by North. Who was that first kid that hung on for dear life, Chris? Is that number Love Beringer on that tackle? Who was the receptor? Did you catch?
Braun on the catch. And there was nobody there, and that was good pursuit, like you mentioned. Looked like there was going to be a lot more available. Look for the big fellow this time, boys.
Okay, we got 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Huffman straight back, being flushed from the pocket, and he's going to get sacked by North. At the bottom of the pile, making the tackle was Cassius Rodefox.
Once again, Huygen just takes Hentzman of North and throws him to the ground, and there's no hold there. I don't know.
Yeah, it makes you wonder.
He's got talent, but boy, oh boy, his technique.
Lacking.
Grotius is your punter too, Marty.
Okay. Timeout by Manitowoc to avoid the penalty.
He's averaging 31.7 yards per punt.
Back deep for North was Quentin Shea.
He's got speed.
I was going to say he can be pretty exciting to watch.
Just a junior. Got to eat a few more potatoes though. Just 145 pounds. North has an opportunity, Marty, with 5.5 minutes to get the ball in some pretty good field position and take the lead going into half, and they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right. Good point. A little bit of a pick-me-up. Manitowoc showing some warts on their defense too, Chris. Allowing some big plays. Chris had mentioned back deep to punt is Shea Grotius, and back to receive is
Another
Shea.
penalty on Manitowoc, or was it offsides?
Referee's got the ball. He's got to make the call. Here we go. See what it is. Illegal procedure on the Ships. They have had a bevy of penalties in this first half.
Well, yeah. They called timeout to avoid a penalty.
And then they still can't get it right. There's a good snap. Grotius kick is away. Shea gets away from it. And
They
it
hit a
gives a
Manitowoc
north
ship already.
bounce. And it's going to be down in Manitowoc territory at about the 45.
No, they're going to put it at the 48 when he hit his foot. They should have blew the whistle right away, Marty,
Okay,
but
I
they
didn't
did
see
not.
that. You got good eyes, Chris. You should go into umpiring.
No.
Hey, good way to make some money.
Too cold.
And nobody yells at you either.
No, and it's too cold.
Oh, come on.
Oops. I'll tell you, you had nice height on that punt.
All right, here we go. Kraus under center. Hand off to Love Beringer. He's hit right at the line of scrimmage. Give him a no gainer. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. Ball on the Manitowoc 48 north in great field position. See if they can capitalize.
Yep, just under 5 minutes.
We're giving Beringer a little bit of a gain on that. We'll mark it down as a 1-yard pickup, make it 2nd down and 9.
Schetzer back there now, Marty.
Schetzer, the leading ball carrier for the Golden Raiders. See if he can bust off a big one. He's your scat back, right? He does. He gets off tackle. They're trying to hang on for dear life, and Schetzer keeps rolling inside the 30-yard line.
I think that was Behringer again, Marty. It
Got
was.
It?
Yep.
It was? Okay. It's all your fault. 1st and 10.
Yep, they gave it to Behringer. Schetzer was on the other side. And another 1st down, and I'll tell you what, the running attack is working.
21-yard gain that time.
Started off the game with those couple passes, but all of a sudden
71 yards rushing for Love Beringer on 5 carries this quarter.
They found something with him.
Anderson is the halfback position to the left. No, another handoff to Love Beringer. It wasn't Anderson, it was Schetzer, number 20. But Love Beringer gets the handoff.
You know, when they watch college football and pros, they do that like they're feeding themselves. That's what you're doing right here. Feed Love Beringer. Feed him. Feed him the ball and let him do the work, because he's an issue for the Ships.
Kraus takes the snap, hands it off tackle again. Beringer cuts it in, and he barrels forward.
Feed me, feed me, feed me. 1st down. Anderson's coming out. That's not a good thing, holding his arm. He's very important to this team, both as a defender and a receiver, and looks like he popped out his shoulder.
Oh, no. It's 1st down and 10, ball on the 13-yard line.
Hopefully he'll be okay. They're just rubbing it, I hope.
Inside handoff. Beringer again barreling forward near the 5. That is the 5th carry in a row for Love Beringer. He picked up 8 on that carry.
You can't stop me. You can only try to contain me.
Up to 8 carries in the quarter.
And they're on the 6.
Kraus. A full house backfield, strong to the left. They give it right up the middle, close to the end zone. They're going to say he did not get in. Beringer gets it down close.
You better give it to him now, Marty. He's done all the work.
I think the quarterback ought to take it in. That last carry went for 4 yards. Beringer, the up back, he takes it. He's stacked up at the line of scrimmage. He's not going to get in. It's going to be 2nd and goal. I wouldn't do too much different, Chris.
No. Nope.
Get our big number 77 cooking. Isaiah Holfeltz. Also at tackle, we've got Cassius Radafox. There's Beringer, he's in. Touchdown.
You can say it, Marty. And who leads?
I didn't see. You have to help me out on that one.
It was Love Beringer. Touchdown North, and North leads. Sheboygan North leads.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 carries in a row. 9, 10, 11 in the quarter. Extra point is up, and it is good, and North is on top, like Chris said, 21-13. Chris, it's been a while since we saw North win. Let's see if they can bring it home.
Well, you gotta like what they've done there, the running game, the offensive line, creating those holes. We mentioned the Ships came in with the
20-13, pardon me, I gave you the wrong score.
9th defense, and I'll tell you, the penalties for Manitowoc is the only thing that's hurt them, and that turnover. And they can do something, but I always like the fact that you're ahead. And the other thing, as we mentioned before, North gets the ball to start the second half. So it's going to be difficult to score then. There's a minute 45 left. Manitowoc's down to 2 timeouts. So you cannot allow a big score like you did against South.
At the end of the half.
That basically put the game out of reach for them. You got to play a tough 145 here. Know where your guys are, have guys back. Hopefully Anderson can go back in.
Good coverage on this kickoff, too. Don't let him get a long return. Short kick. Drops right at the 30, picked up by Manitowoc. And he's hit at about the 37 and ripped down.
That's that Zach Bauer again.
And Bauer on the return, you're right. So 1st and 10 for Manitowoc. They've got pretty good field position and enough time to march it down. It's up to North's defense to get the job done.
Yep, and if I'm Braden Anderson, don't be peeking in the backfield. Get yourself back there. Still rolling his shoulder back here. Get yourself back, 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 back. He's identified where Heinzen is.
Young in the backfield with Huffman. Quick throw over the middle. And it's dropped.
Yes, but a nice play.
Yep. Pass was intended for Gavin Straddle, but he could not make the catch.
I think that was Zach Tinkle over there. He made a nice play, Marty. He was right there. Even if it would have caught it, wouldn't have been a big gain.
I've got that as the first incompletion of the quarter for Huffman. He was 3 for 3 going into that throw.
And again, it goes back to what we said before. He was out on an island, so if he gets beat, it's 6. I would really like to see our guys drop back a little bit more here.
Out on an island this time is Dooley Scheffner. He's the wide guy for North on the left side. Grotius cutting it up, and he gets hit and dropped on a nice tackle. And catch who made the stop, Chris, did you?
I think it was Bell.
Okay. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. Give him a pickup of 5 on the play.
Minute 12, minute 10. Big play, big play.
Huffman's got his man. Straddle, and he's got enough for the 1st down. Still not out of their territory. It's going to get marked at about the 48. Give him a 7-yard pickup on the play.
Well, the clock's going to stop temporarily, but it's rolling now. We're rolling under a minute.
1st down and 10.
They got trips on one side, Marty, and we got all single coverage here, Marty. I don't like this.
Huffman back, dropping back deeper. He's getting rushed, and he's sacked at about the 35-yard line. Getting in there was big number 74. Go ahead, Chris.
Cassius Rodafox, you mentioned him before, Marty.
It's going to be 2nd and a bunch.
Ooh, what a deflator for the Ships. And they're just letting the clock roll, Marty. They got those 2 timeouts.
Yeah. Gotta like that.
Back yourself up, Anderson. Back. Oh, they could even run in it. Thank you. Halftime.
Hand off to Young, and the clock, if nobody calls a timeout, will run off. This will be the half. And it is. That's halftime with North on top, 20-13.
You make me wear my bike helmet. Taught me never to run with scissors. And to follow the swimming rules.
You tell me to stay away from drugs.
To always buckle my seatbelt.
So why do you keep a loaded gun in your drawer?
How safe is that?
You asked them to follow some safety rules. Now they're asking you. In fact, they're counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. Remember, always lock it up. Visit ncpc.org.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you were really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
Got a quarter?
Mom, can we get some ice cream?
Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just
kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terracloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Did you guys know statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child...
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's not something you buy.
Or something you take.
In fact, there's only one way to get it.
It has to be given to you, freely.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape. Consent.
If you don't get it, you don't get it. It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Getting that college education? What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else? Or will you dare do something different? Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills. The smarts? Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget. That'd be cool. Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself? What are you gonna make of me?
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
They say that when you're facing extreme danger, your life flashes before you. If you think that's sad, consider facing it before you even have enough life to flash before your eyes. Deaths and injuries can be prevented by using the right car seat. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to know what is appropriate for each age and size.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
I dare you. I dare you to change the world. Yeah, you. Getting that college education. I dare you to be somebody important. Like be a teacher or a reality TV star. I dare you to stand up here. To call the shots. To be a role model.
An inspiration. An innovator.
To be a teacher. Think you can change my life? Make me excited about science like you? Have a career that really means something? Then do it. I dare you.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
You're doing great. We're gonna try this again, okay?
Okay.
Wheels, pedals, handlebar, brakes. Sit up straight, keep your weight in the center, keep your eyes on the road, hands on the grips, button the seat. If we feel ourselves falling, what do?
Just keep
pedaling. Good girl. Now remember, it's all about balance and steering. Steer with your hands, steer with your body. Steer into the corners and you stay out of trouble. And the bell's your buddy, so go ahead and ding that. All right, you ready? Here we go. Pedal, honey, pedal. There you go, you're a bike rider.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain.
Hey, I'm Tyler Perry. Do you know what hunger in America looks like? Well, it has many faces, and 16 million of those belong to children. Yet billions of pounds of food go to waste each year, and this is unacceptable. You can be a part of the solution. Join us in supporting the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks, which rescues our surplus foods and provides meals to many families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org today. Together we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Get caught buzz driving, and you could do some hard time.
Craig, knock it off.
Sorry, Mom. It could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. And that could set you back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. No.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
As an American, it's hard to hear that we have a serious hunger issue in our country. And as a parent, it's even harder to hear that 1 in 5 of our kids struggles with hunger, especially when billions of pounds of good food are wasted every year. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide billions of meals to families in need right in your community. Visit feedingamerica.org to support Feeding America in your local food bank. Together we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
So they say it's a man's world? I don't see anybody's name on it.
While they were doing their thing, we slowly changed all that.
Today, women can do anything men can do. And there's one thing we're even better at.
This is the moment I knew. His future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
Hey, Gabby, how you doing? How was the play date and sleepover?
Dad, it was great.
Awesome. Okay, I'm on my way. Hey, guys, what are you doing?
We're going swimming. We're going biking. Yeah!
I'll see you in a little bit, guys. I love you.
Hi, babe. How was school today?
Hi, Dad. It was great.
Okay, honey. I'll be home soon. Remember, you're never too far away from your kids to be a dad.
Reach out and take a second to check in, because sometimes the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
They were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
We're back at North High School, where the Golden Raiders lead Manitowoc by a score of 20-13. But before we start the second half, Marty needs a minute. Do officials deserve all that scrutiny? Officials do their job in a professional manner, and many attend clinics to improve their performances. As officials move on in their officiating careers, many will move up the ladder doing varsity contests. The WIAA will track officials to see what types of games they are working. They also ask coaches to grade officials that work their games. The WIAA will also scout to see who is doing a good job. These evaluations are used to assign the top officials to tournament level games, which may culminate in working games at the state tournament. Prior to each season, officials take rules tests. This helps the officials to review their knowledge and improve understanding. It also provides the WIAA with a record of the officials' knowledge of the rules. Fans should keep all this in mind before they berate officials. Marty needs a minute, Chris.
Very good points. I mean, I always saw when I coached that, like I said, I mentioned before, Coach Van Vagel, John Van Vagel, and I always would shake hands after, and I always greeted the officials then. And, you know, it's a respect thing. And I know when I was a younger coach on basketball, I probably wasn't as calm as I probably should, but as I matured,
my wife and I remember those days.
You know, when you're younger and things, but as you get older, you kind of sit back and, you know, watch like Coach Desatel. He kind of sat there and didn't say much, but if something really went bad, then he would start saying stuff, and then it meant a little bit more. When all he did was whine, it wasn't. But, you know, officials are really important, and we need more officials, so I hope young people out there choose to get involved, because this is kind of special. We can't do it without them.
Yeah, exactly. I like the part about being involved, because if you get too much complaining about, you know, people drop out and are afraid to get involved. Let's talk some stats. First for Manitowoc, I've got them with 188 yards in the first half, 59 rushing and 129 passing on 7 of 13 passes with 1 interception. Their big receiver, Dave Heinzen, had 2 catches in the Davis Heinzen had 2 catches in the first quarter, Chris. That was his only catches of the half. They shut him out in the second half. North, on the flip side, had 199 yards, 117 coming on the ground, with Love Beringer getting 105. And then 82 yards passing on 2 of 3 passing, the big one being the 72-yarder to Braden Anderson.
I think the couple important things about that, as Marty said, Sheboygan North, 199 yards in the first half. That's outstanding. But what's unique about that, they did it in just 19 plays.
Wow.
Manitowoc had the ball for 14 minutes and 56 seconds in 30 plays. I hate to say this, Marty, but I thought Manitowoc kind of dominated the half, and they just shot themselves in the foot with all their penalties and then the INT. But got to give North credit. They hung in there. Their defense stuck them in that second quarter.
2 sacks, too.
Yep, and they found something with the ground game and the offensive line, so give North credit for that. But if I was North, I'd be afraid of those outside plays, and Davis Heinzen, they got to go back to him. He was a machine.
We mentioned their names a little bit in the first half. I want to, oh boy, not a good return there. But let's mention the offensive line for North. Number 77, left tackle, Isaiah Holfels. Left guard, 74, Cassius Ruddefox. Right guard, Jonathan Bauman, number 70. The center, or pardon me, left guard is Gage Oldenburg, and the center is Nathan Ralsey. I think we got one too many left tackle or guard guys, but
they're pretty young too, Marty. I think Ralsey's a senior. A lot of those guys are pretty young. And let's see how North comes out here to start the second half.
Handoff inside. Love Beringer, not much there, Chris.
Well, you got to think that the Manitowoc coaching staff had a discussion or two about stopping the run, getting those linebackers in there, and they're going to counter there. You know, I would have came out on that play with Kraus on the outside. I would have faked that one and maybe done something different because you knew.
Right, yeah, they're going to load the box
I'm
like
sure
they started
just
the game.
Spent the last 15 minutes getting chewed on for allowing him to go off for 100 yards in that first half.
There's a pitch out to Love Beringer trying to get the corner. He does, cuts it back, and he's knocked down outside the 35-yard line. It's going to be a first down.
That's Schetzer, 20.
Schetzer, thank you very much. 11-yard pickup.
See, I like that. I wish they would have came out with but I'll tell you what, North, you came back and with the next one and you got your first down. Good play.
1st and 10 for North. The ball is spotted on the 37-yard line. We had a 1-yard run by Love Beringer and then an 11-yard sweep by Schetzer. Schetzer, their leading ground gainer, and Love Beringer may have caught up to him with that big first half. Handoff off tackle, no.
Good play.
Give it to Anderson, who tries to cut it back, but good defense played by the Ships. In on the play, Anthony Chang.
Again, I like that play call, Marty. They're all selling in on Behringer, and you're right. I was surprised that the Ships did what they did there, and it was an option at that. Kraus didn't even keep it, so give the Ships credit for knowing what's going on there. So I thought that was could break for a big one.
Yeah, and Anderson's pretty slick that way. He's got some good moves.
Let's see if Love Behringer goes with the ball this time.
Yeah. Had a lot of backs in the backfield to do misdirection plays. Love Behringer. Given ground, not a good thing. Anderson giving up too many yards on that play, Chris. It's going to be 3rd and long.
Well, first play of the game, you had a pass. You had 3 passes. That's all you had in the quarter. You didn't, again, why would I be a D-back doing nothing but sneaking up into that box there if you're not going to throw the ball? Now North's in trouble here. See if they run that wheel play to Anderson again.
Yeah. Let's see what they got cooking. Wide to the left is Dooley Scheffner. Love Behringer is the lone setback. Kraus rolling to the left, looking, firing over the middle, but short. He had a man open, Dooley Scheffner, but pass was underthrown. It's going to be 4th down.
Good play, just not executed.
They're going to have to get a good punch here, Chris, and play some defense.
First punt of the night, Marty. First punt of the night for North.
Scheffner is back to do the punting chores.
Oh,
boy.
We're
Scheffner gets it, and he's going to be down inside the 5-yard line. Oh, my.
It would have been, oh, boy.
It's going to be 1st and goal. Ball is going to be spotted on the 3-yard line. That's a 27-yard loss, Chris.
Oh, boy.
That's what I think. Up the middle, running back is dragging people in, and Grotius is in. One play, touchdown. And we're looking at a tie score with an extra point.
Well, it took less than 4 minutes to
give up the lead.
Yeah, and flip this completely around. You had all the momentum. The kickoff, you went backwards. You missed pass play. Couple runs gone, and then the bad snap. And now we got issues here.
The snap was made, but the whistle had blown prior to the snap. See if we can tell. There's the touchdown run. You can see the lineman pulling and going to the right, and then Grotius getting the handoff and cutting back to the left. Made a good decision there, and then got it in the end zone. You see Grotius at the end of the line, number 47. He's been dynamite all night. Mathiasen is back to kick. Snap was a little bit low, but the holder, Huffman, did a good job of getting it down, and the kick is good. And we're tied at 20 with 8:51 left in the third.
After that offside on North on that extra point, I would have thought Manitowoc just might take a chance. It's not like North stopped anybody all season, but
hey, they did pretty good in the second quarter.
Well,
Little
not for a
bit.
yard.
Actually, you know what?
A yard and a half.
Here's a saying that we don't use enough. Sometimes your best defense is your offense. And that's what you mentioned it. North really controlled the ball that second quarter.
Absolutely.
So
And,
Manitowoc didn't get a lot of opportunity.
But I'm just saying they're only a yard and a half away. And
Yeah, I agree with you.
I would have found Manitowoc. We got the whole whatever.
I'd have had Wright take the handoff and give it to Martin.
Exactly. I'll let you get hit, not me.
By the way, speaking of sports, have you been playing any basketball?
No. Our basketball that started on Saturdays is yet to go. The gentlemen, I don't
But you
know.
do play.
I don't know, Marty. We'll have to see about that. Those
Come on,
guys were
I'm
really
going to go
good.
there one of those Saturday mornings. I want to be entertained.
Only if you bring your shoes to play.
Real short kick and out of bounds.
What is going? Why? Who are they playing? This is Sheboygan North. That's just not a smart decision by Manitowoc. Why are we short kicking it? What, do you think they're going to return it? The only thing North's done all year is practice their kickoff returns because they've given up a lot of scores. That should help North.
Okay, where do they get the ball? I think it's normally
Was it
the 35, but it went out of bounds at about the 38.
Or 40, so they're going to take it at the 40.
Okay, so it's a 3-yard penalty? That's it? Come on.
That's just not a smart decision there.
No, they could do better than that.
See if North can take advantage.
Krause takes a snap, fakes the handoff, he keeps it, and he's hit in the backfield. Back at about the 37 or 38-yard line.
You know, Grotius was in there on the tackle, 47. Did I mention that he's the third leading rusher, fourth leading catcher? He's the punter. Well, he also leads them in tackles.
He's kind of like a utility infielder.
Well, and very valuable.
This is a real bad start. North's offense has been not much here in the third quarter. They got to pick it up a little bit. Love Beringer in the backfield. They give it to him off tackle. He gets away by a couple of tacklers, picks up a good block downfield, runs over another tackler, and he gets it inside the 25-yard line. Doing the blocking out on the wing was Dooley Scheffner, number 7, helped open up the hole. Wow, nice run. Good hard running by Love Beringer, too. It's going to be 1st and 10 for North. Ball is on the 24-yard line. Radio guys say 38. I'm going to give him 37. Just kind of matches up with my numbers, that's all. Got him for 38 yards in the quarter, though. Love Beringer, he's way over 100. Another off-tackle play. He spins off a one. No, you know what they did? They faked it to Love Beringer and pitched it out to Schetzer. Nice play by the Raiders.
Here it is.
There you see.
Option.
Yeah, nice play. They get a good fake to Love Beringer. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line. That's a 20-yard run by Schetzer.
Well, the key there was that the guy who was out there tackled Beringer because he thought he had the ball, so there was nobody out there to take Preston. And here come the Raiders.
Inside handoff to Love Beringer. He's going to get stood up and stopped just short.
It's a pile.
Yeah, definitely. They didn't get him down the first time.
Well, he got a yard.
That was it? I thought he got further than that.
Well, he carried guys about 5 yards to the left.
Oh, that's the problem. Got to go north-south. 2nd and goal, ball on the 3-yard line. Now it's time for those big linemen. Ralsey, center. Oldenburg. Bauman, the guards. Those middle guys. Move the pile. I think Kraus faked the handoff and kept it, but he didn't get in.
Love Beringer got 3 guys on him. I think they were informed.
The carry was by Kraus. Faked it to Beringer up the middle. Kept it, but didn't get much. It's going to be 3rd and goal. Ball is on the 2-yard line. There you see it. Greg Zablocki giving you that view. Up on the top camera giving you that shot. There's Richard Bartson. We got Robert Ingram in the truck, our director tonight. Have replays tonight, too. Good job, Robert.
Got to get in.
There's a handoff to Love Beringer. No! Fake handoff. Kraus keeps it and turns it into a touchdown off the right side of the line. They're looking for Love Beringer, that's for sure.
The old belly option. Or was...
That was 2 good fakes on that drive to Love Beringer, the one off left tackle, and then the pitch back to Schetzer, and that play right there. Good snap and placement. The kick is good, and North has the lead, 27-20, 5:46 left in the third quarter.
Well, I got to be honest with you, Marty, didn't look good after that first. Here's the replay.
Fake, pull it out, keep it. 48 was looking for the pitch man, and touchdown for North.
North came out real flat on that first drive, and then they had the bad snap. But they respond on that drive. Very impressive.
The 2 big plays of the drive was the 37-yard run by Love Beringer, getting a lot of help from his teammate Dooley Scheffner on the outside, doing some blocking for him. And then the other big play was the fake inside and the pitch out to Schetzer for 20 yards, got it down to the 4-yard line, which set up the score. Bell's little fumble on about the 20 and now picked up, and Manitowoc gets it out over the 30-yard line. Fairly good field position to start this drive.
Same guy who's returned them all, Zach Bauer. North leads 27-20, 5.5 minutes left. Basically the first time that Manitowoc's had the ball in the second half. They had it for one play and just a simple little play there. They had it for 5 seconds. So let's see how North's defense responds. They weren't ready.
Hand off to Grocius again there. You see him, good shot there, trying to get to the outside, and he does. He's got a first down outside the 40-yard line. Good run. Ball is spotted on the 43-yard line, makes that a 12-yard pickup by Grocius.
Bauer's now going to be in the game for McGrelly, who got hurt earlier.
Yeah, that hurts them.
He'll run their jet sweeps.
There's a little flip to the running back, but he doesn't quite have the elusiveness that Migarelli had. That was Zach Bauer, like Chris said.
Carter Bell on the stop. Sophomore.
Give him a gain of 1 on that play. Man in motion. There's a quick pass out to the wide receiver. Lost his balance. Grocius did, and he still battles through a couple of tacklers to gain yardage. They should have had him right at the 40, Chris. But good power.
Well, that's one of their plays we mentioned in the opening. They want to do those swing passes. Tell you, Alex Braun got away with a hold over here. Their blocking technique not the best. All night for Manitowoc. Gonna set up a 3rd and 8, Marty.
Yeah.
Watch for the big fella. Number 89, Davis Henson.
Fake handoff. Huffman has it. Throwing downfield. He's got his man, Young, and he makes a catch before he's pushed out of bounds. It'll be a first down. Huffman doing a good job, Chris, at getting to the outside, giving himself a lot of time to throw.
And he throws well off the run. We've seen that a couple times. Good
Yeah.
call, Marty.
It's about a 13-yard pickup on that play. Huffman looking, and then he gets knocked down. Making a stop again for North. He's been in on a lot of plays. Cassius Rotefox. Give Huffman a loss of 1 on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 11 for the Ships. Young and Grocius in the backfield with Huffman. Fake, and they give it to Grocius, and pretty good tackle made that time. I didn't catch the number of that kid, Chris. Going to be 3rd down. It's a gain of about 6 yards on the play.
Boy, and they're right
still
back to
3rd
the
and
line of
6.
scrimmage.
Grocius on a crisscross play in the backfield. He's got the first down again. And North is falling for the misdirection.
Yep. Big Chandler Holzbach out here, 230-pounder, leading the way. Here's this play. Watch the misdirection. You're right, Marty. North just doesn't know what to do, and the blocking was good downfield too. There was North defenders out in front, but they were all trailing. Again, that outside has been hurting the North defense all day. They cannot keep that.
Davis Heinzen is wide to the left, but they give it to Young right up the middle, and he's found an opening. He barrels over one tackler, and he barrels into the end zone. Touchdown. What a strong run by the Manitowoc running back, Malcolm Young.
Wow. Talk about one in the end zone. Malcolm Young, 7th in the league in rushing. That's his 4th TD. Wow.
First carry of the second half, a 24-yard touchdown. Manitowoc an extra point away from tying up the game. Mathiasen looking for the snap. Gets it, and he kicks it. Letter perfect right down the middle, and we're tied at 27 with 2:43 left in the quarter.
There you see the look at him, just pushing.
Yeah,
he wanted it, Marty.
Exactly. Great point, Chris. He wanted it is right. Hey, I thought we were going to a football game. It ends up being a track meet.
Well, you knew, or I was hoping this is the way the game is going to be, Marty. Two teams.
Oh, come on. Let's get one of those Chicago Bears 3-0 scores.
No. We've seen enough 3-0s for North.
Okay, let me ask you this. You're a big baseball guy. You like those 9-8 scores? You like the more 3-2, 4-3, that kind of
Yes, I just like.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
I like good pitching games, and
okay, all right.
I like the scoring too.
Nice kick. And wait for it to go out of bounds, man. Love Beringer gets knocked down at about the 17.
No, that was Anderson, and not a good decision.
Okay, Andy, come on, man. Let it roll out of bounds.
Yep.
First down and 10. North back deep. This is, they need to get it out of the hole if nothing else, Chris.
Well, you're going to have to counter the scores. The North defense
Right.
giving it up, so you have to score because they scored, I guess.
Kraus under center. Gives it to Beringer. He's on the loose again. He's got a big gainer. He's going to have over 200 yards tonight, Chris. He gets it all the way out to about the 44-yard line.
He's trying.
That off-tackle play has been money.
And he's trying to be the WSCS player of the game.
There you go.
There's a lot of rewards in that.
$50, 64, 65. Just under 100. Oh, is there a fumble?
Oh,
Manitowoc
geez.
signals they have it. Is that Anderson on the carry or Love Beringer? Love Beringer on the carry. Lost the fumble, lost the ball. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Manitowoc. Ball is at the 43-yard line. So Beringer gets hit with a no-gainer, and then he fumbles and loses the ball.
Second turnover of the
game for North.
Third. They had the fumble earlier on the kickoff. Now,
That's right.
And now this one.
Grotius again on the crisscross play. Gets a good block on the outside. Throwing the block out there was Caden Mathiasen, the extra point kicker. Grotius on a nice run. That was about a 7-yarder. Again, crossing play in the middle, making the tackle, but too far downfield was Dooley Scheffner. And a good shot of Grotius.
Boy, Grotius and Young. A running game for Manitowoc. Been very impressive tonight, even though they came into the game not being really a running attack, but it's been successful, so why change it?
Yeah, exactly.
Probably pass on this one, no.
Oh, they give it to Young without the crossing motion, and he zigzags through the North defense inside the 20-yard line for another first down.
Backers got to do a better job of reading, Marty. There's guys there, got to fight off them blocks. It's right there in front of you.
Ball is spotted on the 18-yard line, makes that a 12-yard run. Hand off to Grotius again, and battles down just inside the 15. was actually one of the better defensive efforts by North, allowing only about a 4-yard run.
We're under 40 seconds in the third quarter, Marty.
This could be the last play of the quarter. Coming out, getting over center is Aiden Brennan, their center. Gets a snap to Huffman. Right up the middle is Huffman, but he gets stacked up. Pretty good job of defending that time by North's interior line.
Oh yeah, they gave Young the same play they gave before, and this time they bottled him up, but they're gonna flip sides, Marty.
Yep. That is the end of the third quarter, and we're all tied up at 27.
Hi, may I please have an application? Thank you.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Okay.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
It looks like he's playing, but maybe he can't move. Take advantage of the size of the right secondary. Fourth quarter coming up here, and the Ships and Rolling Raiders. And a lot of move here as we start the fourth period. Been one of the more interesting games we've done this year.
Well, back at North High School, there you see we're all tied up as we enter the fourth quarter. Total offense that time for Manitowoc, I had them with 100 yards right on the head, 85 rushing, 15 passing on 3 completions. North had 60 yards rushing, and that included -7 and -27 on that bad snap from a punt. So
Ouch.
They could be sitting close to 100 yards rushing except for those 2 plays. Grotius on the carry again, and good stop made by Sheboygan North's A.J. Vogel.
Yep. But it's going to be tight here. We're talking 4th and 1, Marty. As I mentioned before, has North stopped anybody on 4th and 1 all year? I don't know if they have, but this would be a really good time.
Exactly.
Manitowoc, who was just a complete mess in the first half with penalties, maybe they'll give you one on a motion or something here and push them back a little bit.
Huffman in the backfield, Young and Grotius, his 2 big running backs, handoff to Young. He's got the first down, and they pull him down at about the 5-yard line, but he's easily got the first down for Manitowoc.
They had a chance at him back there, but couldn't quite grab him. And you know what Manitowoc, too, is they're just quick snapping, too. They're not even letting their guys get set. I mean, just enough to get set, and then they snap the ball so they don't have those motion penalties anymore. And they haven't had a holding penalty either.
No penalties. Did they have any in that third quarter?
I don't think so.
Certainly didn't. Nope, not a one.
Watch Young here.
A wide receiver. Fake handoff. Young. Huffman kept it. Looks for his receiver, and it's over his head. Good faking by Huffman, and he got out to the outside, but couldn't get his wide receiver.
I don't agree with that decision by Manitowoc. You've been running the ball right down the Raiders' throats.
Yeah, Manitowoc likes to throw the ball. He only threw it 3 times in that third quarter, and actually, when you think about the 85 yards rushing, it was probably a good decision. So I'm kind of with you on that last play. Keep it on the ground. All right, give it to Grotius. He cuts it back, and he's into the end zone untouched.
I mean, they've run that play.
Yeah, just a crossing, action in the backfield, and he's in there.
They've run that how many times? Watch this. But they've run this play how long? You think North would, like...
Well, he gets a good block on the corner. I didn't catch the number of the Manitowoc blocker, but he pushed the defender, Vogel, right out of the way. A 6-yard run by Manitowoc. Extra point. Snap is a little high, but put down by Huffman nicely, and the kick is good. And that makes it 34-27.
Yeah, Marty, you want it to work, don't you?
Once.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Just like any team, you know, you go into halftime knowing you need to make some adjustments, and Manitowoc's adjustments have worked.
Yep.
Norse have not.
Yeah, and it's 2 fumbles and a half, Marty, that have
really
just, you can't, if you're going to win and be successful, we mentioned the penalties for bad teams in the first half for Manitowoc. Well, 2 fumbles in this first 13 minutes has cost North the lead.
Kickoff taken by Shea at about the 15. He's looking to get through, steps out of one tackler, and then a great tackle made in the open by Manitowoc's Andrew Townsend.
The club.
Yeah, there's no fooling him.
Yeah, number 44, if you notice his left arm, he's got that all wrapped around his hand there. But I'll tell you, he wrapped up his players yet.
When he celebrates, does he club you on the helmet? All right, Love Beringer is the lone setback. Off to the wings, we've got Anderson and Schetzer. Handoff, nope. Pitch it back and picked up and finally fallen on. I think that was Anderson. No, Schetzer.
Got the fumble, but.
Yeah, a little too much.
But guess what? Here's the pitch to Anderson. Schetzer missed the block, but he knocked his guy down there and then picked it up and slipped. Bottom line, a mess.
Yes, bottom line, a mess. Good point.
Figure you're going to have the ball maybe 2 more times. You're going to probably have to score both times if you're going to win.
Some wide receivers out to the left. Let's see if North elects to throw. They do, but very bad pass that time by Kraus.
He was open.
He was open.
He was open.
3rd down and 16.
Kraus a junior, Anderson a junior, Schetzer a junior, Beringer a junior.
We have some guys coming back. It's good to have Kraus back. Dooley Scheffner is wide to the left. And Kraus looking, throws it out on that wheel route. It's tipped and picked up, but North got it. Somehow North has it.
It's Kraus.
Kraus caught his block pass.
He could go on a block pass to quarterback.
All righty. North catches a break.
One of the WSCS best plays you'll ever see.
No flags.
I think the officials are stunned. Kraus to Kraus. Watch this play.
There you see it. Boom. Knocked up in the air. Oh, he caught it. It was tipped.
By
tipped
a lineman.
right to hell. To Kraus, and there you see him run it in.
Oh, my gosh.
83 yards.
One of the linemen tipped it. He can't catch. So Kraus grabs it and runs. Oh, my gosh. Manitowoc was offsides.
Kick is good. Oh, boy.
Here it is again.
Yeah. Picking him up and laying him down and going to the house. Gotta love it. All these years of watching, we've seen it a few times, I guess, but
there's the end, but that
was a dandy.
Yep, don't forget that one.
Talk about long plays, Chris. Jeez.
Can't make this stuff up.
2-2.
For 6.
And then the extra point. 9:34 left. We're tied 34-34 on what was a miracle play. It's just like volleyball, too. The bats the ball right to the quarterback.
Well, went right up in the air, and I think the lineman tried to grab it, and he tipped it, and Kraus just picked it up. And obviously, he had a little more speed than the lineman. And there was nobody there to stun the entire crowd on both sides.
It was a beauty. Can discuss that in class on Monday morning. Kick is taken at the 35-25. And that running back did a great job on the return.
What do you mean? He's the only kickoff return. You might as well have everybody
Zach
else up
Bauer.
the field. It's Zach Bauer.
1st and 10. Like I said, Chris, we went to a football game and we turned into a track meet. Now they're spotting it right between the 42 and 41. We'll call it the 42-yard line. Huffman taking the snap, going deep. And
Oh, it hit
hits
him in the
off.
helmet.
Yeah, and they're going to call interference because he didn't look back, but actually that defender did a great job of getting back in coverage. Zane Tinkle.
Oh, there's flags all over. The ball hit somebody in the helmet.
Yeah, they're calling pass interference on North.
That really means he didn't see the ball coming. It's a good thing it would hit him right between the face mask.
Yeah, should have looked back.
That's what happens. Well, Marty, you mentioned before that island receiver, and finally Manitowoc decided to take a shot down the field. And that's what happened there. North, you need a stop.
Yep.
You need 2 stops. You got 2 stops this one, and you're going to have one more chance for a stop. You got to get some stops. Here
Another
comes again.
crossing action
What
in the
else?
backfield, and Grocius gets it down near the 40. Actually, the way North's defense has been lacking against the run game, only allowing 4 yards on a carry is pretty good.
Yeah, but they're just fooling the snot out of them on that. They've just run the same play over and over and over and over.
Think they'll run that play in practice next week? Practice it some more? What you need is penetration on that crossing
And then they
play.
come to Young inside,
Yeah, Young cutting it back. Well, he's pretty quick, too. Gets it inside the 30.
Yeah, you get that cross action, and you just do the straight up the middle.
Ball is at the 28, 12-yard pickup.
And they're just, I don't mean to pick on a side, but they're sure running to this side all day. Here they come again.
Another handoff to
And
Young.
why
and
not?
He runs right over one tackler, and he's still barreling forward down to the 30. Make that the 20.
Put like 5 guys, 6 guys on this side. That's the only way they're coming. Young, Roshan, Young, Roshan, Young,
Yeah,
Roshan.
exactly. One guy gets tired, just give it to the other guy.
Just alternate. Here they're coming right at you again. Oh, they're finally putting Rotifax over here. Let's see if he can bulge up there. There you go.
There's a good stop.
See?
He's going to be close to the first down. It's right near the 30. He did not get the first down on that. We'll give him a yard, but that's about it.
Good job of sportsmanship there.
Good job of
By
reading
Bell.
that defensive line change, Chris.
I just think,
That may have made the difference.
well, we got third.
Well, now they got Grocius on the right side. And give it on that old play that's been working for him all night.
Yeah.
Grocius running through tacklers. He's into the end zone. Touchdown. 19-yard run.
Well, you move your guys to that side, we'll counter, go the other way, and that's what they did.
That was another good run. 19-yard touchdown run by Grocius. He's been a force.
He's got 21 carries, David, for 141 yards.
Radio guy's got Grotius for 141 yards. And that kick is good. It's now 41-34.
Third touchdown for him. That gives him
a bunch. I think
I
he
had him
two
for
coming in, didn't he?
0. I had him for. I had Grotius for 0 coming in.
You are correct, sir. You are right.
Brewers up by 2, 5-3 over the Tigers. They had to beat a former Wisconsin pitcher tonight too. Guy who pitched at Point, I think.
Zimmerman?
Yeah.
I think you're right, Zimmerman. Jordan Zimmerman pitched at Stevens
He was
Point.
their hard.
He was really good. I mean, this
Yeah.
year and last year he was hurt a lot.
Yep.
He hasn't been the same pitcher that he was.
But he was their the toughest of the 3 starters facing was tonight. So.
Okay.
Cardinals fighting for their life. They're gonna have to win 2, and the Brewers have to win 2, and then
Cubs
could be
need to win one more, I think.
Playoff for that. Well, 1-game lead. So.
If depending on what the Brewers do. Shea picking it up inside the 10. Goes right up the middle. And tuck it in, boy. Don't let it slip out. Good return that time by...
He's got good speed,
yeah,
Marty.
Quinton Shea on the nice return.
Junior. Another junior. Juniors. A lot of juniors in this game.
Yeah, that's, well, like I said before, it can be good and bad. Mostly good. Ball is spotted on the 25-yard line.
We might be looking at a new conference next year too, Marty. Which might be
Well,
interesting.
it wouldn't be next year. I think it'd be in 2020.
Okay.
From what I read in the paper. But yeah, you're right. Let's go back to the huddle. Run the play, go back to the huddle. Pick up a 4 that time. Second down.
Both teams with 3 timeouts each.
Yeah, clock running, under 7 minutes left in the game. North needs to put a good drive together, at least tie it up. And Kraus hit in the backfield.
Townsend, the one-armed bandit.
It's a loss of loss of 3.
They've had a lot of losses in the second half, Marty, that you've called.
Yeah, too many, that's for sure.
Well, here's a -6, here's a -3. Third quarter, we had a couple minuses, and we had that mishandled punt. The only punt attempt on the night, and they messed that up.
Third and 10, Kraus back. He's got a man in the middle, nice throw. Making the diving catch was Dooley Scheffner.
Not the best of passes, but the best of catches.
That's for sure, Chris. You got that one right on.
And he's kind of run that route all night, and finally they got it to him. Here you see, a little late on the replay, but didn't need a lot of time there. Just drop back and nice simple play. Old-fashioned football.
All righty, it's first and 10 North. They're on the 39-yard line. Clock is running, 5:30 left. Anderson in motion, pitch back. Love Behringer turning the corner, and he's knocked out of bounds.
I think that was Bell that time. We have a new...
Okay, number 15, Bell.
Yeah, new guy in there. And that was
Seeing
a nice
his-
run.
Yeah, seeing his first action in the backfield tonight.
We have Anderson on the sideline, I think. Is that Anderson? Who's on the sideline here?
I didn't
No,
catch.
Anderson's in there. Bell's in the wing spot now.
Ball on the 46. It's second and about 3. Give it to the running back,
another
and another
fumble.
fumble by
Well,
North.
Behringer.
And Manitowoc is saying they've got it. And what do the officials say? Sheboygan North
Oof.
got it back. Wow.
I'll tell you, that would have been the 4th fumble.
Yeah. I got to love Behringer on that carry, and I
Yep.
think he lost a yard, so it's going to be 3rd down and 4, about. A short 4, long 3.
Well, you gotta go here, boys. Gotta find a hole. You gotta push.
Yeah, be nice to get a long run.
Manitowoc a little farther back.
Looks like they're running the same
Oh,
play as
that's
before,
just
and the ball
munched.
was not out that time, but hit in the backfield was the
There's nothing there,
Love
Marty.
Behringer. There was nothing there is correct.
Now what are you gonna do?
I think you got to punt, Chris.
I think you got to punt too. I think you got to punt, but they're going. I think you got to punt. You don't want the reason. Well, I'll tell you why. After they get the first down.
Scheffner is wide to the left. They're going to look for him on that slant pattern again. You just know it. He cuts. He's open in the middle. Little crossing
pass.
pattern. He had Anderson wide open, but the pass was off the mark.
Well, the reason I would have punted there, Marty, is number one, you force Manitowoc back. And even if you stop Manitowoc here, you're going to now have to go the length of the field, which has always been a struggle, for teams to go the length of the field. I would have played the field position there. You can make a completion there. You got a first down. So the call was right. They just didn't execute it. It was a good call by North, but
they got the man open, that's for sure.
Now you've got to stop them here.
Be nice to get a turnover yourself.
Don't use your timeouts too early here.
There's Young on the run, gets it down to
Not
near
yet.
the 40-yard line.
Can't use it yet.
He's down. He got hit very hard. They're calling timeout. I hope he's okay. He's withering in pain. You hate to see that, Chris.
Yeah, you said it right away, Marty. He went down hard. Off to Lakeland tomorrow, Marty.
Yeah, we always look forward to going out there, and April Arvin runs a tight ship. You mentioned it's their first conference game of the year. They've had their struggles early on, but hopefully they'll do a good job. They play Concordia of Illinois. Here you're going to see the play. And Young is the guy in the back. He's got the ball. Watch the hit. Boom.
Oh, his leg kind of got stuck on the turf, Marty.
Okay.
And when he got tackled down, it
Went
kind of
against the
slid on
grain.
her. Yeah.
That's not a good thing. I'm hoping that what happened at Sheboygan Falls about 20 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Kid got hurt. He's laying near the end zone. Almost 10 minutes. And after 10 minutes, he jumps up and runs off the field. Unfortunately, Young is not running off the field. He's being assisted, and he definitely has a leg injury. You can see that. He did gain 5, close to 6 yards on the play. It's going to be second down for the Ships. They've collected a lot of yards on offense, especially with their running game. They came in, and we talked about it as a passing team, and they've done just the opposite tonight.
Well, you know, Grosh's going to get it coming over here. Here comes Grosh's. Here he comes.
Crossing action. And Love Behringer took himself right out of the play rushing. And Grosh's could not keep his feet. He's knocked down at about the 16-yard line, but it goes for about 24 yards on the run.
Do you not know what's coming? Do you not know what's coming?
What do you think, they're going to give it to the new guy?
What other play do they run? Opposite the other one. And they over pursue. They can't make a tackle. You had them stop there. Another missed tackle. You got to want it.
Taking Young's place in the backfield, I think, is Alex Braun. Fake to him, give it to Grotius again on that same play. That time North is up to the task. Held them for little or no gain. North calling their first time out, Chris, with 2:57.
Yeah, now you have to call it there, and finally, somewhat of a stop there.
Yeah.
Now watch for him to go the other way.
Heitzman, one of the North defenders on that tackle.
Watch where Grosham lines up. I agree with what you said, Marty. Are they going to give it to the new guy? I don't think so. I think they're going to feed their guy, Grosham, and whichever side he's on, he's going to run to the opposite side, so make sure we're set for that situation.
On the long play, the 24-yarder that Grotius just had, Love Beringer got great penetration, but he took himself right out of the play. You got to look where the ball is. Out comes the Ships. In the backfield now with Huffman is Cameron Todick, number 3. Grotius is the running back. Give it to Todick up the middle. And North trying to stop him, but a good push by the Manitowoc line gets the running back down near the 10-yard line.
Should be 3rd and about 6. I'm going to call it at the 12, Marty. 13 maybe. So 3rd and 6. North called timeout. This is it, boys.
Yeah,
2 plays here.
Time.
Let your offense go. Drive one down the field. I know they'll try a field goal. I know, I think they have their field goal kicker is unofficially. I had him 1 for 1 on field goals this year.
We mentioned this before, we'll mention it again. Our next broadcast will be tomorrow. We're at Lakeland College. They host Concordia of Illinois. And then next Friday, October 5th, Ashwaubenon comes to town. They will play North. We'll be doing that game for you also. So doubleheader weekend this week.
Watch for number 89. They are rolling.
Oh, Huffman on a keeper.
Get him.
Looking, and they bottle him up and hit him for a loss. Good defense by North.
North calls timeout, and this will be up to Manitowoc. I would assume now they're going to go for it
Carter
here.
Tross out there, Chris, making a big stop. Look at that big 46. I got him. He ain't going to do nothing. Ooh, that was a loss of 4 yards on that play, Chris.
I think Bernier was the other guy out there. All right, boys, 1 stop on your season. You want a victory, this is it, and then we're going to get the ball.
All right, let's call it the other way, Chris. If you're Manitowoc, what are you going to run?
I'm going to drop back or roll and look for my big fella, Davis Heinzen.
They haven't gone. Matter of fact, I don't even think he's been targeted.
Correct.
Since the first quarter.
Correct. That's where I'm going. I'm going to my big target. Number 1 catcher of this here. That's where I'm going.
See.
But I would throw it. I know some say, oh, you run it, but the clock's going to stop anyways
right,
on a change of possession, so you might as well just throw it.
Looks like they're lining up for a field goal.
Ooh.
Watch out for the fake.
33, 34, 34.
34-yard field goal. I don't think he can kick it that far, but that's just me. Good snap and placement. The kick is up to the upright. Good. Oh, my. 34-yard field goal, and it's good. Okay.
It's his second field goal of the year.
Caden Mathiasen on the field goal from 34 yards out, you said, Chris? They put her down on the
and that's,
24, and wow.
That's an ouch.
I was just going to say, ouch, that one hurt.
That's too bad.
Yeah. That makes it 44-34. And 2:34 left. Actually, you know, he kicked that. There was a little bit of distance to spare. It wasn't like it just creeped over the edge of the bar.
After watching that, why doesn't he kick it down the field?
Because it's further than 34 yards. Come on, Chris, man, that's 55 yards, 60 yards.
I know, but they keep kicking these shorter ones up. But that's going to be an ouch. That's going to be one that I don't know if they can. No timeouts. You're going to need to.
You got to have some good big plays.
You have
Be nice to get Beringer off tackle and break one.
How about Shea run one back here?
Shea's got it on about the 16. They hand it up, and they can't even do a handoff.
They fumbled.
And it's a fumble.
Why?
And Manitowoc has it.
Why? Shea can run like a deer. And Beringer in exchange. And you know what that is? Your dagger.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, good point by the radio guys.
Yep.
Second lost fumble on a kickoff return.
Yep, the back in the first quarter, we had a fumble at the 3:10 mark. And now we have another fumble, which is the fourth fumble of the game.
1st and 10, ball is on the 17-yard line. You know, the way they've run the ball, Chris, they could hardly run out the clock to keep busting long ones.
Wow, there's...
Tadek in the backfield behind Huffman. We hope Young's okay. He went off with an injury. And actually, you know what? The defender on that sign beat the defense, but when he went around him, he took himself out of the play again. Love Beringer is going to come off with an arm injury.
There you go. You lose your big star of the game. A game that's just to add a little more pain to the North defeat. Well, they gave him a shot, Marty.
Yes, they did. They played with him for most of the game. Like you said, they just unable to pull it out. Clock running, under 2 minutes left.
North out of timeouts.
Give it to Tadek again, and he's going to get bottled up. Picks up maybe 2 on the play. That's going to be about it.
Bell tried to help him up. Drilled him to the ground. He's a nice kid, though. I had him as a student as well. Very nice young man, Carter Bell.
3rd down.
Just a sophomore, Carter.
Yeah, before they run this play, the clock will be under a minute. Got a wide receiver out here to the right, but I can't imagine them passing the ball.
No, they're waiting. Now they'll snap it. Good decision by Huffman to look at the official. That's a good senior.
Give it to Grocius. He's bottled up in the backfield. He's not going to get a first down, but in a way it doesn't matter.
If I'm Huffman here, I take the snap and run straight north.
Oh, no, you don't want to do that.
I'd run
Yeah,
straight
give up all those
north.
yards.
I'd run straight north, Marty. For 10 seconds,
Actually,
I'd run.
you know what I might do is not snap the ball, take the penalty, and then run a play.
Well, there you go. That's a good call, Marty. I'd run straight north and run the clock out.
Hey, give up all those yards on your
There's your timeout.
right before the penalty. That's even a smarter play. We're going to wrap up the broadcast now.
I was just going to say, our
Yeah,
crew.
Our crew tonight. We've got Robert Ingram was our director. Richard Bartson and Greg Zablocki were on cameras. No student helpers tonight. We missed those guys. Chris Wright did color. Good job, Chris. Mike Martin did play-by-play. Good job, Mike. Thank you. Our next game, like we said, will be tomorrow out at Lakeland College when they open the conference season against Concordia of Illinois. That's a 1 o'clock game. If you can't watch us on TV, go out to Lakeland. It's a good show. And the food from the concession stand is very good, as you mentioned.
And they always treat us really well out there. And you said you mentioned
thank
April.
the radio crew from Manitowoc for their help in getting some of the starting lineups and pronunciations. They're always fun to work with. Tadic takes it up the middle, and he is not going to get the first down. And
North will have one shot with the ball, but you know, even now I just take a knee here, Marty.
No sense in getting anyone hurt, right?
Nope. It was a battle. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yes, a lot of scoring, lots of big plays. Boy, that was pretty exciting.
44-34.
How about the block pass? The quarterback goes 82 yards. Oh, man.
No, won't forget that one.
No, it's, you know, you get a break like that, you would expect to win the game, and they just couldn't get it done again tonight.
No.
Doggone it.
4 fumbles. Well, we're going to get our quarterback
Gross
whacked.
Pulls it down. Now he's going to run. Now the clock is run out. And that is the ball game. Manitowoc comes away with their first win of the year. Good job by them. They win it 44-34. And North drops to 0-7. Again, great job by the crew. Thank you, fans, for watching. And we look forward to hopefully seeing you tomorrow out at Lakeland College. But for the crew and my partner, Chris Wright, I'm Mike Martin saying thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you down the road.